Okay, so you're ready to start your meeting. So after logging into Zoom and clicking on meetings, we can go ahead and see our scheduled upcoming meetings here. So I'm going to click on start. Do you want to allow this page to open Zoom? Yes. So now I'm going to go ahead and join with computer audio. And we can see that I have audio with the microphone that is moving here with the little green bar. And I mean, you can see me, so we know that video is working. But if for some reason you don't see video, your start video might have a camera with a line through it. So you would just click on start video and that would go ahead and start video. Now, you may have noticed that I had Zoom downloaded here ahead of time, so it automatically launched the app. Typically, you don't have to use the app that's downloaded. It will prompt you to download a small browser application if it does not find Zoom on your computer. So you want to go ahead and just go through that process. Once you're here in your meeting, being that I'm the host, I have a couple of more options. So a couple of things that I want to go ahead and highlight here are participants. So as we can see here, participants, it's only myself, but if there were other folks in this meeting, you would see the rest of the participants here that you could then interact with them either through chat, which is found here, which brings up this little chat here, and I can go ahead and type in my message. Or if there were other folks in this meeting, active speaker view, which is the default view here in Zoom, would be running, and as soon as a participant would start talking, the camera would automatically change to them. So that's a couple of things you want to go ahead and keep in mind, participants and chat. Now, being that I'm the only host and the only person in this meeting, you do not see the other viewing options, but the other option that you would typically find here on the top right hand side would be gallery view. So if you had more than 3 participants, you would have the option to see gallery view, which would then show up to, and it's based on your machine, but no more than 30 participants at one time, sometimes 50. So that's something else to keep in mind. Let me go ahead and close participants and chat. A couple of other things too. If you're not already recording your meeting, you want to make sure that you click the record button here, and you always want to select record to the cloud. Once it's recording, you'll see here that it says that it's recording, and you get this little blinking red light on the top left hand corner of the window. Breakout rooms. So breakout rooms, that's something that I can go into depth in another video, because you do need multiple folks to demonstrate breakout rooms, but the option is there. Closed captioning, Zoom does not have built-in closed captioning. You actually have to connect it to a third-party service. So even though it shows closed captioning here, we do not have that capability, although the university is looking at a closed captioning service integrated with Zoom, but currently that's not possible. Polling, you can add questions here and poll your participants. There's a way that you can set this up ahead of time within your scheduled meeting. We haven't dived too much into this here at Law Technology, but if you want to go ahead and reach out to this, we can investigate it further. But the polling option is there. Let's see, a couple of other things that you want to focus on are, I just accidentally muted myself. If you do have issues with your video and audio, the best thing you want to do is test your speaker and microphone. So right there, it's asking me, do I hear a ringtone? Yes. Yep. Check, 1, 2. Check, 1, 2. So it repeated the audio, so everything was good to go. But that's always the first thing that you want to go ahead and double check, is testing your speaker and microphone, especially if you're using external devices. A lot of folks are using, like for example, I'm using an external microphone right now, so I wanted to make sure that my blue raspberry is selected, although right now I don't have it selected since I'm using it to record this tutorial. But yes, when you click on this arrow, you have the ability to select the devices that you're going to use for the meeting. And most of it is default. If you're just using your laptop and it has a webcam, you don't have to worry about that. But there are some folks that are using external microphones and external webcams. So that's just something to keep in mind. Yeah, and then once you're done with your meeting, you can go ahead and click on End Meeting here. And they'll ask you if you want to just leave the meeting or end the meeting completely. You want to go ahead and end meeting for all. And you'll see here it says you will get an email notification when the cloud recording is ready. But like I highlighted in the recording video, that's not always the case. So I would recommend within 10 to 15 minutes, maybe even half an hour, go ahead and check that recordings tab to see if the recording is there. It does take some time to process.